Hey everyone, it's Kusha8 and I'm back with another tutorial and with tips and tricks on how to beat all the bosses in order in the game Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. So sit back and enjoy because this is one heck of a long video. Also, if you guys want to quickly go to any part where you want to see a particular boss, you can just click a link in the description. I'll leave them down below in the time stream so you can just select whichever you want.
The land of Achina.
Is the war finally over? General Tamura is no more!
Master swordsman Enshin Ashina staged a bloody coup and wrested control of the land.
What's the matter, Stray? Nothing left to lose? Well, would you look at that? Fascinating. Will you join me, starving wolf?
On that day, a young cub was taken from the battlefield. He trained relentlessly and indeed went on to become a master shinobi.
Listen, Wolf. You must never forget the Shinobi Code. As your father, my word is absolute. Your master's is a close second. As of today, he is your master. Defend him with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at any cost. You understand me, don't you, Wolf?
Some 20 years after Enshin's coup, the Ashina clan was on the brink of collapse. And the shinobi, known as Wolf, had lost everything. Both the man who took him in and the boy he had sworn to protect.
Okay, so this game has a lot of boss fights, and trust me, it gets exhausting. It took me almost 4 days to complete this game. So make sure you guys search all areas carefully as you go through the game to find useful items and upgrades. The only way to level up stats in Sekiro is to defeat all the bosses and use the items that they drop. So whenever you encounter a new boss, I always recommend to do a practice run where you only focus on blocking and dodging their attacks without even attacking them. So in this way, it will help you memorize the attack patterns and when there is an opening for attack. So now as you reach towards the ending of the game, if you choose the Shura ending, you'll miss a lot of endgame bosses. So likewise, if you don't choose that part, then you're gonna miss other endings. So you need, let's just say, 2 playthroughs minimum to defeat all the bosses in the game. Yeah. So there goes that.
You did well to come here. It's been too long, Wolf.
I've come to free you, my lord.
Well then. Raise your head. Kusabimaru, your sword. My shinobi. In accordance with the bond of lord and retainer, you will pledge your life in my service.
As you command.
Wolf, you found it. Now let us leave this place.
Yes, my lord.
To think that this is the only way, to run from the fated bloodline, is the only answer.
The divine heir. Last we stood together was your uncle's funeral.
Lord Genichiro. Thank you.
Leave this to me.
So the noble Shinobi stands in our way. You face Genichiro Ashina. Is that all the Shinobi has to offer? The divine heir will be coming with me.
is this?
So you're awake. Looks like death is not your fate, just yet.
So let's begin with the first boss. So the first one, General Naomori Kawarada. So the location would be in the Achina outskirts, the outskirts wall gate path. The place, like immediately after the sculpture idol, you will encounter the samurai, and he's the only enemy in the courtyard. So now the strategy for this would be to sneak up about the rooftops on the left side without being seen by the general. So then once you sneak up from behind and stab him in the back, this immediately takes away one of his life, which he has now one last. So now simply attack him with his standard sword attacks, and whenever he attacks, simply block it or counter. Use a counter before he attacks. So blocking is less risky though. I recommend try blocking mostly, but if you try countering, it's too risky. So repeat this until his guard breaks, and remember you have a revive and you can restore health, but use it wisely. Once you defeat this general, you will unlock the prayer breed and the god seed. Number 2, Chained Ogre. The location would be the Ashina outskirts, the outskirts wall stairways. So immediately after the sculpture idol, you will see a Chained Ogre. He will be upstairs. First, now what you do in this case is first kill all the smaller enemies in the area, and then once you kill both these guys, head upstairs, and before you take the ogre out, there's another guard. So go upstairs, head left corner to kill the one guy with a spear. Now it's just you versus the ogre. When the ogre attacks, all you have to do is jump and then dodge twice. So this will give you an edge where you'll reach behind the ogre, his back, where he can't hit you because he has to turn all the way. So in that time you can just leave a slice or two behind him. So land 2 or 3 hits and repeat them. With this I was able to complete the fight with some damage, but you'll eventually learn it. I mean, you can't just finish every level in this game. This game is one of the hardest games out there right now, and won the game of the 2019 Game of the Year, I think. So once you defeat the ogre, Chained Ogre, you'll get the prayer bead and the Shinobi medicine rank 1. So that's it from the Chained Ogre. Okay, here we go. For the third one is General Tenzen Yamauchi. So the location would be the Ashina outskirts, the outskirts wall stairway. So in this next area after the Chained Ogre, you will actually just immediately find this boss. It's unavoidable. Yeah. Okay, so the strategy would be ignore the boss for now. You have to kill all these minions first. Take out all the smaller enemies in the area. Try not to lose much health as possible, ideally without using heal. So after the mobs are dead, come back and escape the boss fight. So then you can just sneak up behind him and then attack him, which will lose one of his health. But for now, you can just use the same tactic as for the ogre, like jump, and then dodge, and then strike at the back. Repeat this until his defense breaks. So if you have killed the first boss, Naomori, that samurai that you did before, you already got a god seed from him. Another can be found in the building after chain the ogre. With 2 seeds, you can upgrade the healing god twice, so he has 3 heal. And the reward from this would be a prayer bead. Okay, so once you're done with the boss fight, the last general, you must drop down a cliff from the front bridge where a tree is facing a gap. And after dropping down, you come to a canyon where there's a huge surprise right now. So make it through this area and follow the main path until you reach a battleground. So let me just guide you. So here we go. Okay, Gyoubu Oniwa. The location will be Achina outskirts, Achina Castle Gate Fortress. The strategy for this would be Gyoubu is the first main real boss in the game. Yeah, you guys must be wondering like, who was I fighting against from a long time? But this is the first real boss. So he rides on a horse and attacks with a spear. So his strength is long reach, but his weakness is poor defense. As with any big boss, you should first learn how he attacks, his patterns, and then so do a test run and just block everything without even worrying about attacking at the start. So once you got the attack pattern memorized, you can just start the level again even if you die, it doesn't matter. So the easiest way to block his chain attacks would be to wait until he does heavy damage. Once he's done with his heavy damage, he's too slow and it leaves him vulnerable. So you can get out 2 or 3 seconds you have, so you get 2 or 3 slices. And then immediately after blocking, if his posture is about to break, dodge twice. And take a moment to let posture recharge. Just block all of his attacks. Don't counter, just hold the block button. Always. And always attack when he's unable to move. Do not attack him while he's moving at the horse. And repeat this process. It takes a while until you know his attack pattern, so yeah, that's fine. Then you can grapple him. This will also temporarily make him unable to move for 2 or 3 seconds. Enough time to land some hits and then block again. After his first life, he will like start doing a sweep attack. So you gotta watch out for a red icon on the screen. You know, the red warning sign. Jump to avoid it. When you take his second life, press again to execute him. While the reward you get from this would be a memory Gyoubu Oniwa strength upgrade, a mechanical barrel, prosthetic tool upgrade. Well, that's it from this one.
Close your eyes. Hear the bell speak to you. The bell's chime will stir your thoughts and awaken old memories from their slumber.
So here we go. So now Shinobi Hunter Enshin or Misen. The location would be the Hirata estate part. So now the strategy for self-killing would be the torch enemy nearest the bridge. Then you can run forward and take out the archer and the other 2 melee enemies which are at the top. So now run away, just backtrack to the way you came before, so the boss loses sight of you. So now since you no longer have to deal with the mobs, then you can just directly attack the boss. So sneak along the grass on the left and stealth attack the boss. This takes away half of his life. No, like half and one of the top red bars. So now then you jump, dodge to get behind the enemy, and so you can land 2 hits and then repeat. Repeat this process, and alternately you can use the whirlwind combat part when you're behind him. You know, like the whirlwind, like you hold the left and right. Yeah, that one. So the reward that you would get would be the prayer beat.
Master. Wolf? Yes. The Master is at war. Father.
Now, remember, where you cross the bridge with the two shield enemies, just before last boss, the Shinobi Hunter, backtrack to that bridge and jump down in the water, then swim upriver until you see a branch on the left that you can grapple onto, then follow the path until you need to wall jump on a well, and eventually you'll reach burning mansions, and that's there you'll encounter Juzou. So, in order to do now the next one, the next boss would be Juzou the Drunkard. The Drunkard. Yeah. Okay, whatever. So the location would be the Hirata Estate main hall. Now the strategy for this would be to talk to the samurai that stands in the shallow water just before you enter the boss area. Because, the samurai, he will be standing by a rock, and when you talk to him, he will help you in your fight against the boss. So this is a super beneficial and helpful thing, as it will help you distract, it will help the mobs be distracted because you drop them, and while you or he will just go after the boss, and then you can just take care of all the mobs, and then the samurai will die eventually because he's not as powerful as you. So when the mobs are dealt with, it's only you versus the boss. And now lock onto him and press up and dodge twice or thrice, and then hit him twice, then repeat. The boss won't be able to hit you when you dodge in his direction, thus getting behind his back. This strategy works for almost every boss in the game, but make sure you guys repeat it until he's dead. Otherwise, you just keep dodging, and then there's no point dodging unless you attack him. Alright? So the reward that you would get would be an unrefined snake and a prayer bead, as I know. Now once you enter the palace, immediately after Juzou boss building that after which he was guarding, there's only one archer behind it, and you can just take him out easily and then interact with the person, and then a floor pad in front. Now this leads to a downstairs big gate. So to open it, you need a key, and you get it when you follow the path after the boss fight, the Shinobi Hunter. And then when you follow that path to the end, you will meet a friend in a burning courtyard that gave you the key. So the gate to the boss fight can now be opened.
Everyone is gone.
My lord. Illusion technique. Lady Butterfly. Leave us.
Who are...
Do what must be done.
Yes.
Now then, son, shall we dance?
Okay, so next one. Lady Butterfly. Location, the Hirata Estate, the Hirata Audience Chamber. So the strategy to kill this boss fight has two phases. Even though Lady Butterfly only shows one life, beware, she actually has two. And when you kill her once, meaning you just defeat her twice, she will attack quickly and has the biggest move yet. So do a 3 times practice run, like what I said, like dodging just simply and not attacking. Just study her movements and keep trying to block and dodge her attacks so you get the moves pattern. Then from this fight, equip the Whirlwind combat art. So when she's about to land an attack, you can always jump up and then use Whirlwind. Repeat until she dies eventually. Also, dodging at the right time takes a while, so don't worry about that. When she does an attack with the red icon on screen, always dodge sideways very quickly. After you kill her the first time, she runs to the end of the arena where the first fight came from, of the start of the fight. So here she will respawn, so be there already. And when she spawns, you can attack her from behind straight away. So use the same tactic as before. So dodge, whirlwind, repeat. The only difference now is that she will summon illusions to fight for her, because she's Lady Butterfly, and many groups of soldiers looking like her would come after you. So when she does that, simply just jump around the area and in a big circle, run behind the wooden pillars, and then after a few seconds the ghosts go away and they will turn into bright lights. But if you keep running around the area and jumping, those lights will never be able to touch you. Normally these could instantly kill you if you're not evading them properly. With the ghost gone, now it's the same as in the first phase. From time to time she will summon bright lights and shoot them at you, so always dodge them as they cannot be blocked. No way. So when she calls ghosts, all her minions for the second time, run away again until they disappear, and then dodge those lights, and then by this point in the game your god should have at least 4 uses. And the reward for this would be a memory of Lady Butterfly, strength upgrade, and a Sakura droplet +1 resurrection.
cannot throw away such loyalty. Loyal wolf, take my blood and live again.
On to our next target would be the Blazing Bull. The location, Ashina outskirts, Ashina Castle Gate. Now the strategy for this would be the Flaming Bull has a lot of health, but only one life. Phew, that's a relief, but that's a lot of headache. You cannot block any of your attacks, that's good, but it does extremely powerful attacks, they cannot be fully blocked. And because since you're blocking it, it can like reduce the damage done to you. So if you stand behind the bull, that's its weakness. You can hit it, but it can't hit you if you're behind it. So the bull has two main movements: running towards you and attacking with its high horse. So when it runs towards you, always dodge forward, and then its horns are touching the ground, so you can like attack it quickly. To learn the timing will take some time, don't worry. It's recommended to do 2 or 3 test runs just to practice the dodge. When the bull slides, he slides on the left or right. Then, like it's about to do an extremely powerful attack, so be careful from the frontal attack, and you can always dodge it. So always dodge forward when the horn touches the ground to evade this attack 100% of the time. When the bull finishes running, it will be vulnerable for a second while turning around, so you can get 1 or 2 hits in this way, but always stand to its side or behind the bull, so just start throwing shurikens at it to do a fair amount of damage from a safe distance. Now the reward for this would be a prayer bead, a Shinobi medicine rank 2. General Kuranosuke Matsumoto. Location, Ashina Castle. After defeating the Blazing Bull, head up the stairs right in front of you. At the top of the stairs, you'll find 4 riflemen and the boss. Now the strategy for this is General Kurasumu is exactly the same as the first boss, General Naomori, just with more health and posture, and he also deals more damage. Start by killing the 4 riflemen. As always, take out the mobs first, and when they are dealt with, retreat the way you came so the boss loses sight of you. Then grapple up to the rooftops to get behind him and do a stealth takedown. Easy, 1 life gone. And now simply double dodge towards him whenever he attacks you, and use the whirlwind combat attack. And the reward for this would be a prayer bead. Alright, moving on. The 7 Ashina Spears, Shibuku, Toshikatsu, Yamauchi. Alright, whatever. Location, Ashina Castle, Ashina Reservoir. After entering the Ashina castle, take the path to your left, open a gate and drop down. Then you'll find the reservoir idol. Near the idol is an area with two big hammer guys and some stairs leading to the temple, where you first saw the divine hair in the prologue. There you'll find the 7 skills boss. Strategy, build this one would be first and foremost, this is one of the few bosses where dodge attack will not work at all. No way. He uses a spear. You always need to know your enemy first. So since he uses a spear, he'll sweep which will still hit you, no matter if you dodge it. He also has a ton of health. The best way to defeat him would be quickly to break his guard, which in this fight means a lot of deflection and Mikiri counters. If you get a goal, from the idol jump left across the trees and you land between a rifleman and a drummer. Quickly take the drummer out so he doesn't alert the camp. Then take the same path you took in the prologue, climb around the left side of the mountain and climb the hole to the temple. Don't be seen by any enemies or they'll chase you during the boss fight. After you get to the temple, via the flip side you can attack the boss from behind, and 1 life down and 1 life to go. Now the firecrackers got like tools which you bought from the enemy merchant and will help you take down this enemy easily, so it's highly recommended. First do some Mercury counters and block and then press the dodge button without any directional button. So when a spear attack with red sign is about to land, you dodge it, and when he uses sweeps, try to attack it in between to keep his posture from recharging.
He said I'd find a cowardly wolf here. No sign of him, though. A broken and incompetent shinobi living in disgrace. I hope to see such a man for myself.
Number 11. The Lone Shadow Longswordman. Location, Ashina Castle, Ashina Reservoir. After entering the Ashina Castle, take the path to your left, open a gate and drop down. There you'll find the reservoir idol. From the idol, jump across the 2 tree branches to the left, and you land in an enemy camp between the rifleman and the drummer. Behind the drummer, walk up to the cliff, then look to the right. Here you can grapple on to a point across the abysses. This brings you to an area with a friendly samurai standing above a hole. Jump down a hole to find the boss. Strategy, now. Whenever the boss is about to launch an attack, dodge towards him and past his left side. Then use the whirlwind combat art and then just repeat this process. You just need to get the timing right to dodge towards him exactly when he is about to swing his sword or do another attack, and he will never be able to hit you. The whirlwind combat art is quickly and will hit him twice. After you encounter him for the first time, he will always spot you when entering the area, but there is an easy workaround. Instead of jumping down the hole where the friendly samurai is, jump to the second hole further up ahead to do an air assassination on the boss. So the reward would be a scrap Megan type plus a prayer bead. Number 12. Ashina Elite, Jinsuke Saze. Location, Achina Castle, Upper Tower Achina Dojo. Now backtrack to the first idol in Achina Castle, the idol itself being called Achina Castle, go to it. Then take the path on the right and jump up the roof. Follow the roofs to enter the tallest tower in the middle of the area because, yeah, you get it. There are some samurai with blue robes just to keep them. Now, in a room on the right, top floor, there are 2-3 of them you can grapple through a hole in the ceiling. From there you can follow the path upstairs to reach the Achina Dojo at the top of the tower. Right now, so the strats for this. This boss hits hard, but is having very little health and poor defense. Just spam him with the whirlwind combat art. It will slow down, cause damage even when he blocks it. Just play aggressive. Either use firecrackers or prosthetic tools to stun him, or dodge towards him when he strikes. Sometimes he will still hit you when dodging. In that case, dodge away to heal and repeat. Even when he starts blocking, just keep spamming him with whirlwind a few times until his health is depleted. Reward a prayer beast.
How is grandfather?
Lord Isshin is. It's a wonder he is still with us. A miracle.
Is that so? Divine Heir, I'll ask you once more. Accept me to your immortal oath.
I cannot do that, Lord Genichiro. Your victory that day means nothing. He will risk his life to take me home. For he is my shinobi.
My lord, I have come for you. This will only take a moment.
Let's see. For as long as you are alive, the dragon's blood can never be mine.
Face me.
Shinobi, I didn't think I'd see.
Number 13. Genichiro Ashina. Location, Achina Castle, Upper Tower Achina Dojo. This boss comes immediately after Achina Elite, Jinsuke Saze. In the room where you fought this boss, just climb through the window and up the rooftop. Now, strategy. This boss has 2 phases. Whoops, I'm not supposed to be saying it, but here we go. So now in the first phase, he has 2 lives. His moveset stays the same. After both his lives are gone, he changes into something. You guys should watch it. Now, the prosthetic tool is great for this fight, the loaded axe, as it does heavy posture damage. Depleting his health takes too long. Try to deplete his posture, just hammer him with normal hits so he can't even use his bow. The basic tactic is to hit him 1 or 2 times, then he attacks, but you must counter to block, and before his strike lands, you tap counter. So then attack him with 1 or 2 basic sword strikes and repeat. Sometimes he does a series of quick hits. Keep blocking and counter them quickly as each hit lands. Just countering isn't enough though. You also need to cause him damage so his posture doesn't recharge so quickly anymore. If you just keep hammering with normal sword strikes, you will hit him from time to this. This is because the AI strike still tries to launch attacks and will mess up often enough that you can land a lucky hit. It takes a while, but you are blocking everything safely and yeah. And landing a few small hits is better than none. So anytime he tries to launch an attack or finish an attack, he's open for one hit. It sums up quickly. You just need to get him to about 60% health and his posture will drain super quick. At this point, you can just use a loaded axe to defeat his remaining posture quickly, or use counter. It is less posture damage but is eventually a bit safer. Pay attention on his thrust attack. While he also does sweep attacks, he should never even get a chance to use when you stay close to him and hammer him with strikes. So if you feel comfortable, use the Miriki counter. It's risky, but if you do it right, it does massive posture damage. Block and press just before a thrust lands. Practice it in the temple. If you don't want to take that risk, just dodge away and take your time. Do clean counters and take one hit at a time. When both lives are depleted, he will transform into something. So when he jumps in the air, just for sake of you guys, here's a tip. For an attack, always dodge to the left. Do the same for all other dash attacks. Just dodge those, and the rest of his moveset is identical in his second dash. So repeat the counter and spam tactic until his posture breaks. The reward: Memory of Genichiro, Strength Upgrade, and the Blood Smoke Ninjutsu.
You were victorious, I see.
Are you?
I mean you no harm. Shinobi of the Divine Lord Genichiro, is this the rejuvenating waters?
Ashina, this land is everything to me. For her sake, I will shed humanity itself. Resurrection. Yes. Indeed.
Number 14. Armored Warrior. Location: Senpou Temple, Shigen-do. After the second island Senpou Temple, Mount Kongo, you will automatically reach this boss. He's unmissable. Strategy: the Armored Warrior cannot take any health damage. Trust me, I tried a couple of times. The only way to defeat him is to break his posture and then grab him and throw him off the cliff. Lol. Yeah. You'll fall down and die. That's the easy part. And the best part is that his posture does not recharge. So either dodge or block his attack. Now between his attack combos, he's unable to move and easy to hit for a few seconds. I know hitting does not do any damage, but try to keep him near the balcony as possible. And make sure he destroys the window or the balcony when he's with his attacks, then grab him and throw him down. Lol, that was so hard to figure out, but it took me a while to finish. Here's a tip so you guys can do it quickly. Number 15. Long Arm Gentipede Sen'un. So the location is the Senpou Temple, the temple ground. After the third idol in Senpou Temple, Mount Kongo, you will see a path with wolves and some monks throwing bombs at you. Grapple up the temple roof and blah blah blah. And the boss is right there. Through the roof of the temple, you can enter a dark chamber with this boss. Now, strat. As soon as you enter the boss chamber, take out the 3 small enemies sitting right in front on the wooden beams. Don't fall down to the boss so he doesn't notice you. After they're dead, you jump on the boss and do a stealth takedown mid-air. This immediately takes away his life very quickly and 1 remaining. Now, you just need 3 buttons for this fight. Counter, jump when the boss shows a red icon, and then attack enemy after the boss finishes his attack chain, indicated by his big attack. Don't even press directional buttons when you're blocking, just stand there, counter all the attacks and do a double jump when the red icon shows up. Land 2 hits after the boss finishes a combo. If you counter well, it will deplete the boss posture within just 2 attacks chain, and with the skill sending blah 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 blah. Okay, whatever. So an alternate strategy is to grapple up the wooden beams where the boss can't hit you, then jump down on land to 1 or 2 hits and immediately grapple up again. Repeat this process and then you're done. Boom! The reward: a yellow gunpowder, cosmetic upgrade, and a prayer wheel.
It's time to quit while we're ahead. Don't think like that. I will love you endlessly. If you'd only believe, don't you be like that. I will love you forever.
The Ashina
Believe in me.
There is a watchtower near there, on the Sen'un Valley side. Perhaps you should...
You could be with anyone, I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me. You could be around, but you could be with anyone, I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me. You could be around, but you could be with anyone, I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me. Said, don't you think like that. I will love you endlessly. If you only believe me, don't you think like that. I will love you endlessly. If you only believe in me. You could be with anyone, I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me. You could be with anyone, I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me. You could be around, but you could be with anyone, I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me. You could be around, but you could be with anyone, I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me.
Alright guys, there's the last boss in this guide, and that would be the number 16, the folding screen monkeys. Now the location for this would be the Senpou Temple main hall. The location is the Senpou Temple main hall. At the main hall idol, interact with the altar, the golden table where the golden statues are. This is the only possible way after you defeat Genichiro Ashina in the Achina castle, the main boss. Then talk to the divine hair in Kuro's room at the top tower and follow the smoke signals across the tower rooftops to find Enshin, which the divine hair tells you about. Only then you can interact with the altar. It wraps you to the boss stage. To doom. Okay, now the strategy. This is less of a strategy and less of a fight and more a stealth section. Now, there are 4 apes that you must kill to leave this area. Below they are described in the best order with strategies for each one, as I'm gonna tell you, and there are easy ways to defeat them. No need to run after them like a crazy guy. The Invisible. Okay, let's go ahead. So first one would be the Invisible Monkey. At the very start, where you spawn in the boss area, just take a few steps forward and then immediately turn around and just attack the empty space where you spawn. I know that sneaky apes around you somewhere, and you will be able to see him topple over some vases in the area since it's invisible. So you'll just see few items being affected by his walking there. Just take a few steps towards the bridge at the spawn and just turn around and go crazy with your weapon. Alternatively, you can just see him spawn in the left tower where the water is. There also a notice on the wall. Okay, the next monkey would be the green monkey. Jump on the tree in the middle of the area, then the green ape jumps on the roof. Head in his direction but not on the roof. You want to stay on the ground level. There's a huge bell with a note hanging next to it. When the monkey is sitting on the balcony straight ahead of the bell, ring the bell and it will stun him for a few seconds, enough time to grapple up to the balcony and execute him. The purple monkey. Head to the tower in the top left corner. The purple monkey is usually around here, but he will flee on sight. That's okay, there's no need to run after him. First, you need to turn off the lights below. So to do so, open the door in the left tower which causes the wind to blow out all the lights. There's also a note on the wall and explains this. Then chase the monkey around the map and follow his purple footsteps until he goes back in the top left tower. Then you can jump on him from the roof above for a mid-air execution. An easy kill, because he can't see you since the lights are turned off. Hey, who turned off the lights?
Invincible.
The last monkey would be the red monkey. This is a monkey with a drum. He's only average size in hearing, so chasing him onto a rooftop, then crouch behind him and try to get behind him. So sneak up to him from behind and you just got to assassinate him. So I got this to work in various spots, so just keep going around, just try to find him, but sneak up to him from behind. And if he stops, and then once you sneak up on him, and then execute him. And the rewards for all this would be a memory screen monkey and the puppeteer ninjutsu.
Please, forgive them. They only sought to keep me hidden. However, it seems it was not meant to be. Close your eyes. Let us meet at the inner sanctum. Why do you seek this place?
I seek the mortal blade.
Do you know of the blade that cannot be drawn?
Yes.
It is so called, for not one who has drawn it has ever survived. Yet you still wish to attempt this.
I do.
I see. Very well. If you are prepared, you may gaze upon the blade. Why is it, I wonder? Are they not loath to die? How are you?
Well, that's it guys from this guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. And I know it's been a long video, but hopefully you guys stayed and watched all of this info. I hope I made this video enjoyable. I know it's too long, but it's okay. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.